All right, and fix some of our audio. Hopefully, this will come in a little bit clearer, and a little bit louder for the players at the table. All right, Cog, you took your turn?
No, I didn't.
Okay, top of the round.
There was a noise.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, something new is entering.
Yeah.
There was a thing happening.
Yeah, let's roll. I'll roll the perceptions, and I'll roll its stealth.
Yep.
Its stealth is.
Don't near me. Don't near me.
I found a dragon!
Oh.
Oh no, the dragon!
I don't know if these stealth checks or perk checks are
Correct.
up to date, but we'll use them for now.
Okay. I should check that.
Once we get this thing rolling. Okay, the DC of the check
Where is food stored?
Right.
Yeah.
distance. I'll just use this dead swarm. Distance to this group is 150, and distance to Sunny, or Sunny, here,
Yes.
is another 8. So it rolled a 20, so a 26 for Sunny perception check,
I think I just auto-beat that.
which Sunny rolled a 43.
Yeah.
And then for the group that is fighting the phase spiders, they are distracted, and they've got 150 foot of distance. So that's a plus 19. You need a 37, which means Agony, Quintessa, and Cog all notice something trying to act small and stealthy, crawling along the ferns in the dragon. In the forest, like a cat, but it is a huge dragon, and it is
kill it.
And it's sneaking up on the druidess.
All right, let's look it up.
Its eyes seem to be narrowed with great amount of focus towards the druidess.
Hiya.
Dragon. I'm not a dragon.
Cog, you see it. Like there was a bit of a snapping of a branch, and you glanced over, and you see its head coming around the trees.
Using druidic is trying to tell Turtle lore, like, because druidic.
Yep.
It probably doesn't know.
She doesn't have such a great distance penalty. 9th level with a good 12. She's an elf. 14. Good wisdom. 19. Say something like that.
Just to be clear, 20 whatever for a big ass dragon.
She turns her eyes and she doesn't seem to be surprised that it is a dragon, but surprised that it's so close.
So Cog leaves an image here.
Okay, so Cog.
So
these, the round?
These things
may or may not.
May think there's a Cog there. I don't know. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The actual attacks are coming from here, the first one, and then the rest are coming from Cog. So there's going to be initial attack, which is my haste, and then
give it back, you little thief.
And then flurry. I like this already. So
I like this. I like the NPCs when they're like, oh. I mean, she was trapped and stuck on a thing. Or might have powers. It was kind of silly. We'll teach her.
We'll see how this goes.
Apparently, she's been doing stuff today.
Hitting a dragon.
And then Cog appears all around it.
Actually, Cog's going to be attacking from this position. Like 5 feet away.
It's quite large and ferocious looking. However, it might not be as old as some dragons of this size could
Some of the
be.
things we've fought.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so
Well, just let us know when the Flight of the Valkyrie starts playing, and there's a bunch of green specks on the horizon.
the first attack is 45.
Yeah, you peer all around it. You punch it in its green scales. It might have some battle spells up, but
39 and 45.
also a hit.
Let's just see what's going on before I continue. So -6 strength. Off that.
You hit it 3 times or twice?
No, 39 and 45.
So -4.
No, these are all sneak attacks.
So you hit it twice, you said.
No, first one, one attack. That's my
I
haste,
see.
and then I jumped and my flurry.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And then I have another.
And the first one's a sneak attack because you.
It's non-mythic, I assume.
Yeah.
I assume. Does it take cold?
Yep.
Okie dokie. 7.
-6 strength.
Hello.
Oh, you get it right, kind of in its wing pit.
Right there.
It's not its armpit because it's not the under part of its arm. It's where its wing pit.
I'll accept it. I'll allow it.
Then you punch it underneath its chin and kind of where its scales are a little bit softer, and then it turned its head towards you and you gave it an uppercut and you felt your fist glide right between the underside of its jawbone. Its tongue is like it's now kind of choking as you punched it in its airways.
256.
-256. You collapsed its airways. It spends the next few moments like gasping for breath and flipping around. You dropped it to -48. You have irrevocably crushed its windpipe.
Fighting dragons is fun. Just readying.
And it kind of
I'll ready another flurry on anything that comes range.
She's just standing there, kind of clutching this backpack that she's got. Like she doesn't quite understand what she just saw for a moment.
It's better to come with us than, sneak
You
around
might want to
beside
stick with us. Would you like to come with us?
Don't make us chase you.
By Rillafane's big toe. You're them, aren't you? She's speaking in Elven.
Them.
The heroes of the Overlook.
Yes, the.
Steel Rose something. Steel Rose something or other.
The Steel Rose something. Yes, it's us. I'm Cog Mateus. Blue. He's still in stance, like he's readying one's coming out.
Blue Leaves. Blue Leaves once lived in Thunder Tree.
Yes.
Technically, they still do. They're just grumpy about it.
Agony, it's Quintessa. Apparently you could attack them with force.
Oh, behind you, Sonny. Fireball.
Up in the trees.
No, these guys right here.
All the other caps.
They're in the.
Okay, make your
You
attack.
should stop attacking because there's no need for further.
Make your attack roll with the little fiery pea.
Roll 1.
Blew up somewhere. Blew up somewhere.
All right, roll a
Wow, that's coming really close.
confirmation for the critical miss.
No, critical miss.
Okay, you're gonna roll a percentile.
How far did it get?
67.
So it got over halfway. The fireball ended up blowing up
Woo-wee.
kind of over here. It hit a branch.
Careful with those. Obviously, that is divine indication to not fireball the other caps.
One of the trees is on fire.
My goddess has said nothing.
And that was a standard.
There's a tree that's on fire here.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about the face, but I don't think agony should be either, so we'll just call that a day.
Okay.
No, I mark off this.
Sunny?
Everybody just stop and think about what you're doing. Archon's trumpet. Oh!
What does Archon's trumpet do?
Paralyzes things. Big AoE paralyzation.
It's an AoE.
It's a big cone paralyzation. Sound of the tree.
Alright, so you get the Ettercap troop in that.
Okay.
The swarm of Ettercaps.
Okay. It's a fortitude save.
Okay, I think the troop gets a save.
Yep.
Do you basically incapacitate the troop? Oh no. Does a 30 make it?
Let me see. It's
around there.
Exactly. It's not like the obviously yes and obviously no number.
Yeah, you don't bother checking till it's gone. Yeah.
I believe that makes it. Yeah, the DC was 28.
Okay, they kind of duck for cover on these platforms and these little huts.
Well,
Trees, so birds and all sorts of things kind of like are
okay, and then we're going to
agitated in the entire area.
Alright, Quintessa, you win. Fly over here.
Yep.
You really should come with us. I think the Ettercap problem in here might be lessened in the near term.
There's something very roundish in the bag that she's holding over her shoulder.
Watson, do you have an open bag?
Not quite.
Just guessing. An egg?
No.
My heart, we're getting warmer, getting colder.
The way she said no.
Feels warmer to me. When's it going to hatch?
I might have cracked it, is what she says.
Oh.
When we were fighting.
We will need to, do some mending.
Sonny's an excellent healer.
Nods?
Just a curiosity. That I assume he's like grabbing the wing. This would be the mother, right?
The wing of the dragon.
She nods.
Were there any other eggs? Or young ones?
There's a lot of dragons out there.
We're here to help with that.
Let's get away from the Ettercaps first.
They
sure.
really don't feel like living. I gave them the opportunity twice to not die, but apparently they feel like dying.
Alright, Agony is going to cast See Invisibility. There they are. Bunch of ugly bastards.
I pointed to you where they are. See? There's a cogling.
As he concentrates into the ethereal. Force, you said?
Mm-hmm. Magic missiles, the usual. There's a few other, you could grab them with your big hand if you'd like.
They'll strike magic missile.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just checking.
I believe there's a way to punch things with mighty force, but it requires you to punch things, and punching hurts my wrists.
Yeah, see,
What's your number?
Nope.
he has something, I believe he has Force Punch, which he can put into his weapon. Yeah, he's going to do a spell strike with Force Punch. And Force Punch, I believe, is Evocation.
Force punch is, it's evocation.
Okay, melee touch attack, D4 points per level. And then he can Mythic Intensify that He'll burn a 4th level spell, so it goes up to 14th level caster magus, because he's got a couple levels of monk. So that definitely goes up to 14d4 plus 14. Yeah, so he basically needs to just touch the thing.
I think it's like also a full rush.
He rolls in that 1. He doesn't a critical
He
miss.
force touches the handle of his alarm.
So yeah, he 2 action. He cast a standard action spell, and then he did a 4 strike, and then he's got a haste attack. He still has the charge because he didn't hit.
Didn't touch anything.
Yeah. He critical threats. He doesn't critical hit. However, it's a secondary attack on top of his weapon, so I think it crits times 2, maybe? I'd have to check. But anyways, 14d4 plus 14 damage is 46 force damage, which transfers into the ethereal plane, and he knocks this thing's jaw off, and it comes blundering back, and it dies in the ethereal plane. Took him a couple of swipes. And he's done all his actions, including his haste attack. Spiders. That includes the ettercaps.
Shoot, go away.
Ettercaps saw what you did to the dragon. And you're kind of beyond their village, and now that there's a big forest fire, they're yelling fire, their troop breaks up, and you can see them gathering rain catchers and anything with liquids in it, and it looks like they've turned into firefighting mode.
They've heeded the warnings of the druid of Volcanica and ceased their hostilities. At least for now.
You can hear them yelling curses towards, like...
They are blessing us and our travels. They wish us speedy travels. And that we find dragons.
Come back here! We will make egg meat out of you! Get the buckets!
They wish that we become plump and bountiful in our future.
The wood elf woman, she gives Cog a look, she backs away slowly, and then is moving kind of back towards the road.
Is she running away from us?
She's running away from danger and not necessarily with, we don't know if she's with us yet.
Yeah,
She's a shooter.
she's leaving the ettercap menace.
This dragon's not wearing anything? A vest on or some shit, a crown.
A crown. Let's see, D6 chance, it has some obvious gear. It doesn't have anything magical, and then you do see that under a couple of its scales, like a necklace without a string, it's got a few gemstones that it's placed under the scales around its neck. So it looks like a necklace. There's something effeminate about this dragon. You suspect that it's a female. They're glittering in green.
It's a dragon. Any piece of it is worth something. The shiny parts are probably worth more.
Yeah.
Okay, the phase spiders. Okay, you've killed 3 of them. They saw one of their own get blasted by a force effect, and they're half their number. They start retreating.
Didn't Agony kill him? Oh, the one that he was fighting. Oh, the one that was next to him.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Agony's DPS is a little bit lower with his
When he
attacks.
punches, but when he fireballs, his DPS is a little bit higher.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little scary.
Okay, so the phase spiders seem to be returning back to the village. They're gnashing, looking over their shoulders as they go, and making sure you're not following. And they are a full-on retreat. I think that's the end of combat, unless you guys push your advantage.
These things have basically said they're cannibals, as in they eat sentients.
Yep.
I don't think the goddess of the dead thinks kindly of eating the dead. One more fireball.
You don't even think the Imperium would suffer these things.
One more.
Quintessa affects their numbers for the next generation.
That's fine.
Made it this time with a 2.
The fiery pea burned through not one but 3 leaves, but not enough to set off the fireball.
Just like
There's just this angry explosion. A bunch of caps that are now not a troop.
Roast the better cap.
How much damage? Let's
Oh,
just see if they even need to make their saves.
Plus 3 regular fireball, so 80. We have 40 hit points.
Most of them don't. So let's see. You just trying to get in the center of that mass of them?
Just the bulk.
It's
Of
a
them. I know I'm not going to get all of them, but
Yep.
So go away, kid, you bother with fire.
should have gone.
Yeah,
Mythic
pretty
point
much,
fireball,
yeah.
Mythic point fireball.
Okay, so you
because they don't come back very well.
end up setting a fire to some of their canopy and kill at least 8 of them with the fireball. They abandon their firefighting attempt as half of their combative number have just been charred, and there's chaos and chittering and yelling in the Ettercap camp.
Wait, let us check the egg. We're gonna catch up to the.
Okay, you guys.
Carl's gonna pick up some gems.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the dragon.
Mark down. You've got. 8 green gemstones, and we can decide what types of gemstones they are. They're in a sort. Apparently, you like the color green. And
8 green gemstones. I'll
Yep.
put that in
From-
the treasure sheet.
from young adult female dragon.
Quintess is going to go over his detect.
Okay. There is the fading abjuration of very faint protections the dragon had.
No magic items.
No.
He flies back with a sigh. I don't want to sound like some of the others,
We have a.
but it's unfortunate that so many of these dragons give up their treasure.
Well, our friend here has liberated a green dragon egg. We should, expect it to make certain it's warm and covered in bile. Suppose.
Or we can
I found it in a little pool of acid. I think they like acid.
Yes.
Makes sense, says Agony. Do you want me to breathe on it?
Probably not in the backpack, but we should first make certain that the little dragon inside is okay, and that the shell has sufficient structural,
Why?
integrity. Because it's a green dragon.
Exactly.
It's not got any imprinting in it yet. Could be anything.
Precisely.
be
Many
a
of my
particular
people think we should hunt down the green dragons to the last.
And I agree.
I don't. At least not until we check.
To an appropriate level that's sustainable for all parties.
So why don't
Which
you
would be
try?
0.
Why don't you at
Not
least
sustainable
try?
for all parties.
Why don't you at least try to train these dragons? And if you can do that,
They're not animals.
Are they inherently evil?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But that gods aren't.
none of you guys rolled. How about we check that first?
Probably. Says Agony.
It's a strong.
Is it knowledge or
Let's agree to strong tendency.
What if you taught one of these dragons how to respect nature, and to seek the balance?
See?
And it would continue eating Imperials, which is unacceptable.
No. Respecting nature and. What is the Imperial druid go again? Sylvanus.
The Imperials are probably all dead now. At least the ones that are in Fortresstop.
Not all.
Can you tell us while we're moving? Can you tell us what's happened?
She
with them
says-
after a while?
There's a flight of greens here.
How
How
many?
many?
Punch. Multiple collections?
I've not counted them, but
50 maybe?
she points at there are at least 20 of them of that size.
No,
Those are the young adults.
20.
They've got a bunch of little ones running around, like they brought their family here.
20, you say?
I saw them. They took flight and basically circled around Fortresstop. They've effectively claimed Fortresstop as their own. There are a couple of big ones amongst the adults. These are all child egg-bearing age adults. They're looking for a roost.
Is there anything you want to tell the dragons?
Die, die, die.
Die, dragon, die.
Dragon, die.
When the time is right, we'll give them the message.
Why don't we just ask them to leave as a warning?
She stands up. She's like 5'6", if that sort of thing.
That's the stupidest thing I've heard you say in quite some time.
Well, I'm at least offering them a chance.
Perhaps we can offer them a chance with the rest of the Steel Rose Expeditionary League. Given that there's a
Quintessa.
flight of them.
Come
Quintessa,
now.
they're not that difficult.
I'm glad that I ran into you. I received an animal messenger earlier today. I would have gotten away with the egg had the animal not started squeaking.
It is the fate of Volcanic that our paths meet.
Who sent you the message?
A friend.
May I ask what the message was?
That you and your band left Overlook this morning and were headed towards the forest.
Who sent this message?
The Tiri Kitor.
She looks like the elves.
And the reason for the message is there are druids looking for you.
For a good reason or a bad reason?
Specifically, him.
Very popular.
Well, he is the
why?
druid of Volcanica.
Why are they looking for him?
Are they wizards of Earth? Or are they druids of Earth?
The druids.
No, but they did go there looking for you, into your village of Witches' Crosses.
Witch Cross. Yeah, they're very relaxed at Witch Cross. My speed, really.
The Wolf Lord is not a relaxed man.
Well, the Wolf Lord's just a big puppy, I'm assuming.
And Oscar Moti has taken quite a great amount of offense to you claiming that you're the druid around here.
But I am the druid around here.
It's very rightfully is.
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Neither do I, actually.
Sounds like they need to die.
No. They just need
It's the hierarchy, she says, the old faith.
So,
You can't just go around calling yourself the druid of Volcanica.
But I'm the druid of Volcanic.
Then you have issued a challenge.
No challenge, it's just a statement of fact.
I see.
So it was Oscar Moti and the Wolfman or something.
Oscar Moti is the druid of these woods, yes.
Okay, alright. Druid of these woods.
And
Wolfman.
Wolf something.
Wolf.
Lord.
Lord of Wolves. The dog lord.
The puppy prince, whatever his name is. He's just sitting here making fun of this guy.
Why are you?
Sonny's just trying to remember what was said to him. He's trying to make notes.
You're very arrogant. You're Imperials.
We're not Imperial.
They're
well,
Imperials.
she is.
I understand that, someone had to make certain that the Pit Fiend, or the would-be Pit Fiend Legion of Hell, would leave this place and control the balance on Volcanica itself. There have been many excursions from the outer planes here as of late, and if these other druids were doing their jobs,
They were
then
druiding.
they would have, been on top of it and that sort of thing. But they haven't been. So, if they need some help from the Druid of Volcanica, I will render aid.
Everyone
Ulf
knows
is
druids spend all their time in the woods eating special mushrooms. No wonder they don't get anything done.
Only most of the time.
Not true.
Of course, you would deny.
The majority of the time.
It depends on the Druid. There's not everyone is in the woods.
Well, I'm sorry. Apparently, every now and then they go out caving as well.
This is
Where's the line, Marty?
so there's this. Could we all just calm down for a second? We're getting a little testy.
I guess.
Ulf is the great druid from the Elsia Vale to the high northern snows.
Off the wolf.
Off the puppy.
He's the wolf lord.
Wolf Lord. Perfect.
We're like giggling.
Are there more lords of this? Like this, in the druid hierarchy? I'm only a few years old, so I'm not as familiar with the druid hierarchy.
Were you reincarnated?
No. Maybe. My memory only goes back 3 years. I sprung from the bosom of Volcanica herself under an apple tree.
As far as we tell, it's a true story.
We should move before the Metalcaps regroup.
The bat is pointing at the bat's non-existent belly button, but it's a bat, so it should have.
Yeah,
He's just rubbing his belly as a bat.
you hear a cracking from the bag.
Ooh, we're gonna check. Is it the birthing kind of crack, or is it the?
Um,
We need to take a look.
she puts down the bag.
We're gonna.
You guys all glance in.
Yep.
Apparently, during the combat, the egg was shattered, and there's a little baby green dragon that's moving around in the backpack.
Yeah, Gron's like putting it.
1d4 acid spreads out.
Yep.
I don't want this thing to see me. I'm not a parent to this thing.
Who's
I'm on vacation.
Sorry, for some reason my Windows
Booted?
No, it didn't reboot. It resorted all of my desktop icons so they're not in the spot where.
no.
No.
where-
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck. I don't know what happened there. You bastards! When I went to the water, you did.
Dowaki's going to have a playmate. Dowaki.
We've got Fortressstop.
Do you know
return.
about Dowaki?
He's fine.
Apparently, hatchling green dragons are very big.
Quintessa. Quintessa know about Dowaki?
I think she does.
So, but Sonny's literally going, do you know about Dowaki?
Do I want to know what a duaki is?
I didn't say anything. It's a playmate for Dowaki. Don't worry about a Dowaki.
What's a duaki?
It's a small silver dragon, we know.
It's a friendly one.
Playmate.
Indeed, actually.
It's
I'll
really,
make you a deal. Kill the green, you can have the silver.
This
There's a
is
bluff.
not-
There's a bluff check involved here.
This is not a deal. No.
There's a bluff check. You probably automatically do your bluff check.
all right. A
22. Yeah, she
A
doesn't-
green-
she doesn't want
this to work.
to. She doesn't want to kill the.
A green dragon wormling is small.
Agony, can you mostly deal with it? I assume it's going to be spitting acid everywhere.
Flurry.
A little bit of acid comes out of it.
Flurry.
No.
Yes, flurry.
No.
Flurry.
No.
Flurry.
No.
Flurry.
No.
Flurry.
No.
Sunny's in the way.
No.
Oh, slow down. What are you doing?
I'm not letting that thing spit acid at me.
Then stay away from it.
We're gonna
It shoots in a cone, you fucking moron!
And
Stand
Udaluk's
behind
resilient
it.
sphere is going around on Sunny. He's failing his reflex save. Boom.
I know disintegrate, you know.
Alright. Okay. Things have gotten a little spicy.
Easy, slow down.
Who's the cutest little... Look at him!
What do these things eat?
So he's prestidigitating some of the egg goo.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's so cute. Look at how cute it is.
What do you think it's called?
Dead.
You
don't
forfeited an opinion.
What do you call little one?
It can talk.
You notice that this dragon species at birth has int 10.
In 10?
Damn.
Yeah, dragons are.
You notice that it has a little in the Yoki kind of goo. There is a green gemstone.
I refuse to write.
9 gemstones.
I refuse to write that guy's proper name.
Oh, Quintessa. It might even be more aggravating than Barnabas on this quest.
Well, that guy's your problem. He's not my problem.
This is true. I expect a -2 to my diplomacy check
Okay.
for when that happens. All right.
Crawls into the bag, looks around with his big eyes.
All right. You are very, very cute.
It wiggles its tail. Give me a diplomacy check,
He's good.
Sonny.
Please have neutral in your alignment.
Cog's like,
It does.
pong, pong, pong. He's your mommy.
All right. All right. The diplomacy check.
It's bigger than I thought it would be.
It's a dragon. Just as they are, they do get very big.
You are both traitors to your people.
I have no people. I am an Elphasian. All the peoples of Volcanica are my people. 32.
Okay.
No biting. No biting.
I think it's hungry.
Yes. What do Indulge Cicada?
She casts a good berry.
I don't have anything meatier.
And then you want this? Mmm. She feeds it and it eats the berry.
So he has a ring regenerate. What happens if you polymorph into something, like you wild shape into something, you lose something, and then you polymorph or you wild shape into something else? Does the bit that's no longer connected to you and a new part is regrowing stay as well as before?
Huh?
If Sonny, it's
So, like a one-armed man who polymorphed into a wolf would be a three-legged wolf, or would he have all his
Probably.
legs?
right, and then if the druid loses a leg in wolf form, then turns into something else, does that leg a wolf? Does it turn into a human?
I think once that piece gets cut off, you
Turns into
Your polymorph ends like if you die in a polymorph, you turn back into a man.
Correct.
Yes.
So then your bits probably turn back into a man.
Yes.
So I don't want to train the dragon to eat human flesh.
Why don't you find something?
It seems satiated by the little berry that I gave him.
Alright, okay. So, we probably... We're going to need paperwork.
You will not have any.
Paperwork.
Barnabas
I
can
will
help you.
personally tell the Imperial Ambassador you are harboring a dangerous creature that requires destruction.
Look at the cuteness.
Well, if this thing can be trained for combat, proper combat.
I'm not hearing any more of it.
It's your mama.
No, it asks Sonny whether you're mama.
There you go. You see how it has wings? You have wings?
Time to give it milk, Sonny.
Sonny polymorphs into a female. Like he could. This is a thing he can do.
Okay.
I need a.
It's just Sonny.
It's just Sonny. Well, like 1,000 faces, right? He can turn it.
Yep.
He can look like anything he wants. Oh, he's a boo. Who's a boo.
Your friend doesn't seem to agree with.
She is grumpy.
She's evil.
I'll bring it back to my village.
All right.
And where is your village?
We have no idea and could never possibly figure it out.
I'm sure we will. It's a very, it's a face worthy of remembering.
Your memory's not that good. You are sorceress.
The druids that are looking for you, they went looking for you in Fortresstop.
Oh, let's go there.
Are they? Did they get captured or stuck with the Dragonstone?
No, I think the four have taken interest, and they've sent their agents to find you.
May I ask?
The four. Are they all? I guess they would all be druids. Give me 1 second. I want to see if I can mage's decree to like all the druids.
Specific creature types.
It's creature types, and then like you could be like all left-handed people, and like there's a bunch of.
Oh well, maybe you can. Yeah. Maybe.
Everyone who's currently blinking.
I think it'll be like I don't think I can say druid, but I think everybody who speaks druidic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
You have to get funky.
Or just say the message in
Just
druidic.
got a little creative.
Just say the message in druidic.
So you can't do creatures. Certain race, and then it says not alignment or class.
Or you could just send it out wide and just
Use it in druidic. Yeah.
Say it in druidic.
Which might be the better way to do
So
it.
that's yeah.
That also solves it because it is language dependent. Language. It's not language dependent. They all receive the message. Sorry. But they might not understand it if they don't have it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yes, I can. All right. There's four of them. You say yes? Do they seem upset with the green dragons in the region? No.
The four Hierophants don't care about dragons in this region. The four Hierophants are likely here on behalf of the Grand Druid of Volcanica. Ulf is concerned with you. He may have druids also looking for you.
Sonny, why would they look for you in Fortresstop?
Because I was quested by the locals to go and help with the dragon from there. So I like it that be found.
Ah, I see.
I'm very difficult to divine upon.
So I've noticed.
So they would need to use alternate means to find me. Once they know about my friends, though, it'll be much easier for them to find me. Friends. All right.
Ulf is likely angry, given that you've been in his territory, issuing challenges.
If he was doing it himself, then it wouldn't need to have done it.
Are you even a druid yet?
What do you mean?
Have you undergone the ritualistic combat?
You saw me turn into a bat and fly around.
No, I know that you can. You have the secrets.
I am a druid.
Okay, who did you defeat?
Oh, many things. Many big, long list of things. So many, many, many defeats.
I believe Cog and I, we know how to fight. It makes us martial warriors. But there's a certain ranking system before one becomes a master. You may be a master, but until you achieve the title of master, you won't be referred to one. Am I on the path here?
Yes, there is a hierarchy. You can know the druid arts and be outside the hierarchy, but...
And not have the title of druid, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. See, you don't just have...
You're not even a druid.
I'm not.
You liar!
So you are Sonny, vagrant of Volcanica.
Cog's
No.
Cog is smiling with his arms crossed.
No.
The lagoon dragon's hopping up and down again. It feeds it another berry. And
I am the druid of Volcanica, and if there's any sort of hierarchy, it's the one I defy.
Excuse me, do the other druids recognize him as a druid?
Sounds like a child, really.
I believe that
I'm
is.
3.
I believe that is what many druids want to speak to him about, to settle.
It seems all the other druids don't think you are the druid, therefore the experts in druiding don't seem to think you're a druid.
Oh, I simply need to have a conversation.
She is smiling ear to ear right now.
I simply need to have.
Oh, there are druids that support him. Many of the druids that are in
But do they?
Overlook seem to like Sunny.
But do they consider him the druid?
I don't think so, she says. No offense to you and your powerful friends.
They
You've been
simply,
betrayed by your own kind, I see.
they simply need to have a conversation with me. We'll get this all sorted out. We'll have a tea and some mushrooms, and everything will
Hey,
be
you
fine.
know what? I think I'm Pope of the Imperium. I am Pope of the Imperium, and therefore it is so.
When did you
I don't think that's how it works in the
that's...
Imperium. I don't think that's how it works in the Imperium either. says-
Precisely.
That is not how it works.
my name is Yazana Bale.
Oh,
Sunny,
yes, Anna.
this is Cog. Quintessa is slightly.
Oh, she's Imperial, right?
Yes.
Yes. So is this woodsy vagrant going to show us a village or not?
I don't know if you need to see the village.
I'm going to return to my village once I get out of this bubble. The conversation is kind of like muffled from the bubble, but you can hear each other. Let her have the dragon. Worst thing it'll eat a bunch of elves.
Well, I remember its face too.
And then they'll learn its lesson.
Zoom in on it. You're not. Zoom in.
Who
Have you
is
seen any
that?
monsters?
That is Agony.
Oh, it's Agony.
He's our murder machine.
We are attempting to circumvent the current rule within the cult of dramatic ascendancy with a less violent faction. Slightly less.
Have you seen a mask like
She
that?
looks mortified.
Have you seen a mask like that before?
There's a green one around here somewhere.
Some of the dragons have riders.
Ah, he rides a
Does
dragon.
he ride one of the old ones?
That's what we were told.
The oldest one.
Are they at Fortresstop?
So the dragons are based.
Am I the only one keeping up with the conversation?
Should we just go there and just kill all of them?
We should get the rest of the group.
Eh,
20 dragons, no matter what size, are nothing to shake your head
right,
at.
I'll go there.
Oh, there's
you bring
more
the
than that.
rest.
They're just 20 that big.
Case in point. We don't even know how many dragons.
We don't want to admit defeat and let Team Barnabas take all,
They seem to be going into buildings.
Let's go and just start
What is
killing them.
Barnabas even doing?
You hear buildings? Cog is excellent in buildings. He's a master of buildings.
I
They're
am.
looting, I think.
I am.
Well, that's after they killed the Inquisitors that were there.
We should go and kill all the dragons.
Brenos would like to, probably,
I say we go and kill all the dragons. Who's with me?
take revenge for his fellow Inquisitors.
That's at least a couple of days.
Except
Dragon.
dragon.
I am Sunny.
It sneezes in your direction.
Oh, he's got indigestion. So cute. Okay.
I tried to find the cutest little green dragon I could find.
It's perfect, Martin.
Crybaby.
All right. We're going to need to get you special magic. Little Newt. Powerful magics. Okay. Any other information? Anything else you need to? Actually, Sunny is going to bond with Newt and Yazana.
Okay.
So I can keep in touch, at least over the next 24 hours.
Interesting. We need a safe place to rest. There may be other green dragons about.
Can you?
They hunt and roam in ones and twos, but if they're alerted,
Can you describe your village to me?
I'd rather not.
Can you share an image? Can you share a memory of your
She
village to me?
doesn't want you to teleport there. She doesn't want you to know where it is. I understand. She's worried we'd kill everyone.
The Tiri Kitor, we prefer to remain hidden.
That's a cute thought.
She's a miserable woman.
Sunny is going to,
I'm trying to be nice.
in the transcendental bond,
Yep.
Share memory in a safe place where you two can rest, and I'll deposit you there.
Okay, she thinks of a grove.
Okay, share memory,
Yep.
get the grove, teleport her to the grove, teleport back to the party.
Okay, you're taking the dragon with you?
Go for sure.
Okay, so he disappears. 6 seconds later, he reappears.
Hello.
Is it regular teleport or?
I'll regular. I have
Okay.
regular teleport, but I will regular
Okay.
teleport for now.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Just to I don't have percentiles.
Oh, I'll do it for you. 100. 97, dude.
Another place with a dead dragon and
I'm
enemies.
sorry.
Well, it's gonna be a grove in the forest.
97 for viewed once is mishap.
Okay.
Roll a d20. Well, everyone takes d10 damage.
They all get temporary hit points from me because
Okay.
of my class.
So 7 damage, and then a d20 plus 80.
I can do that one.
Oh.
91.
91 viewed once is similar area.
Okay.
Okay, you arrive in a grove. A 10, it's very dangerous. Nope. This is a nice grove, although I don't know where we are.
Well,
It looks.
okay, so we take 3 damage from the teleport.
Okay.
The rest of it is a droid. Okay, we'll heal.
Okay. Licking at his wound.
Okay.
Picking wood out from him that he landed
I will spend a mythic. I'll teleport without error to the correct place.
Okay. This is the right place.
Sorry about that.
Okay. And
I like to risk everything.
she lets the thing down and starts tumbling and playing in some flowers and chasing
Okay.
dragonflies.
Give me a second. It's like recall or something.
Word of recall.
Is it word of recall? Which is
You need to have studied the place.
Thank you. That Imperial lady was scary.
She's rather
Imperial.
interesting once you get to know her. Okay, so word of recall, you instantly teleport back to your sanctuary.
I do not think it is wise to work with the cult.
Oh, no, working. Oh,
We're working with Agony.
It's not.
kind of stealing from it.
It's a splinter sect of currently that dragon man alone.
The cult is no friend of the...
The cult has. How do I explain this? The cult is trying to bring Tiamat back to Volcanica.
She looks like absolutely horrified.
But that is not all worshippers of Tiamat. Many worshippers of Tiamat who do not necessarily want Tiamat to.
Why wouldn't they want their goddess to return?
It's a question of status quo and of the way things are. If they are worshippers who believe that hell is a powerful place, then having their goddess in hell is a good thing.
I would not mention any of this to any of the druids you encounter.
They need to start picking sides and enforcing the balance.
How is Tiamat returning going to be balanced?
We're stopping her from returning.
Oh,
We are trying to circumvent that in a way that they're not going to do it again.
so the dragon in the black mask is a traitor.
Effectively, yes.
I still would not bring him to go visit the druids.
Understandable.
But he's a friend.
We're
Druids
doing
are-
it anyway.
You're supposed to be of the balance.
And I am of the balance.
And if they can be taught You see the little thing jumping around with flowers, chasing a dragonfly. Fucking innocent little thing.
I have seen with my own eyes dragons of law and good act in chaotic and evil ways. If that can occur, then a evil, lawful dragon could act in good and chaotic ways. It is possible. We have witnessed with our own eyes fallen angels upon the realm of Volcanica, leading legions of hell.
Where?
Oh, oh, it was
Yes, the lands of the mountain. They worship hellish things there.
it was the
Zerial.
It was Zerial, but what was the name of the location? It was the tomb of Diderus.
Yeah.
The tomb of Diderus. A demon
Aspect of Jubilees.
a demon lord appeared here, and a fallen angel who fights for devils also appeared here. And I was there, and the other druids were not. And getting these things off of Volcanica is one of the key aspects of being a druid to protect this place. This is not a playground for the outsiders and interlopers.
The things of which you speak are concerns definitely of a grand purview.
I don't like the word grand. It's ostentatious.
Good luck in your trials.
Good luck in yours.
You have my support.
With the power of words and a little bit of magic, we can get so much done.
You may run into someone that you know. She was also looking for you. Or at least heard that others were looking for you and was seeking you out. She is hard to miss.
Ooh.
So these other oh, not there.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Right up there.
Shakura?
Oh, giant, right?
How is she doing?
She is about to undergo her trial or has already to become druid.
Ooh. Good for her. I thought she was already a druid.
Sonny, there are titles called druid, and then there are people who can do the things that we can. They are separate.
Titles are like things of the Imperium. So
Yes,
You know.
and many Sylvan Knights have tried to infiltrate the hierarchy and have done so. The bastard drow that sits at the center of Fortresstop is the archdruid of Elsia Vale.
it's working with the Green Dragons?
I hope not.
The Overlook.
But he is the one that allowed doppelgangers to infiltrate his city. He has found greatly lacking. Perhaps there is a path for you to become archdruid, but you must become druid of something first. Not Volcanica.
Heed your words.
You know what the hierarchy is, right?
Absolutely.
There's something about 4 hierophants and elemental something or others, and then the grand guy.
My suggestion is that you prove whatever circle of spell that you can cast. And you don't have to be a leader. You could be a druid of the 9th circle, be very powerful and separate from the hierarchy. But once you start claiming to be the druid of the entire planet,
Which I am.
the Grand Druid of Volcanica is going to consider that a challenge. I don't know what lies ahead for you, Sonny of an apple orchard.
Goodman's Orchard.
Sonny of Goodman's Orchard. Perhaps you should start there and claim yourself Sonny of the Orchards. druid of the orchards, and work your way up.
Already 3. I won't have time.
She smiles a little bit. I think I have much to learn about how to mother a dragon.
They're going to need playmates.
I suspect that this is going to take a village. You mentioned a playmate for him.
Yes,
I think it's a him.
That's him. An orphan silver.
It would not there.
All right.
Named Duakin. They're in. I'm having this Overlook. They're in Overlook.
I agree. Let us see how the first season goes.
We're going to need to get you the cutest little magic to help you with your integration. Oh, you're the cutest little. Oh, you're going to have the. Oh, we need to.
The 2d6 acid breath that it has.
Burps every 4 rounds. We are going to give a care package for Newt. We're going to give Newt a mage armor wand, things to practice with.
Okay.
So a full wand of mage armor, a full wand of, or not a full wand, but
You know that she's gonna take it, right?
magic fang greater wand.
Okay, just mark that on your character sheet, the little package. So some wands.
Yep, some wands to practice with. Mm-hmm. Pace yourself, little one. Don't worry. I have an expensive hobby now.
You wanted the evil dragon. You got the evil dragon.
Neutral dragon. Thank you very
The
much.
greedy ass dragon.
That part's true. I've got greedy ass party members.
Right. So you've meanwhile back where.
I'll be there in a minute in the transcendental bond.
Meanwhile, over here,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scry on and know we can kill it. So.
Let the baby have its bottle. We're gonna kill so many green dragons in the next few days.
Not an idiot, just like.
Am I the only one who found it funny? He's not a real druid.
I thought that was hilarious. Like someone telling me I'm
Sunny
not
has always been odd.
No, you don't say.
true. It's very strange. And not up here, just in general. Yeah, I understand that.
His story about him sprouting from the ground seems to be true.
What?
We talked to the people that ran the orchard.
That's how they found him.
People don't sprout from the ground.
Usually.
And certainly they're not born old men.
Sunny said something about a clone. He might be a clone.
He doesn't have one of these. Well, he's like, I don't have one. Like looking at you or something. One of those.
I see.
He also went back to the orchard, and there was this weird tree. He fed some people magical apples, which gave us,
I must admit, I don't know enough about Alphasians to make any of this make sense.
about what?
The humans who first discovered magic.
Is that what Sunny is?
So I'm told. I can't remember where I heard that, but I did. Oh yes, the commune. So I'm told by outer forces.
He does like magic.
Yes. him and his new god.
God.
She cracks her knuckles.
He ate those apples and shared it with some of us. And, well, the powers that are in here, and he points at this scale, the powers that are in there, he points at your dagger, came from the apple.
Sunny mate, we should keep this between us. Sunny would be in grave danger. Others in the Imperium might find her.
Oh, he was hunted for a while. We killed them.
If the Prince of Volcanica were to discover this, Sunny would be hunted until he was captured and all of us were dead. And anyone who ever knew of his existence.
Prince of Volcanica can try.
He will succeed. Prince of Volcanica has a flight of dragons of his own.
We got a warm-up like this.
In addition to every archmage, hierophant, and skilled blade this planet has, and beyond.
Your warnings, appreciated.
The Imperium made Cog. He was some sort of experiment.
Supposed to be slave, I think.
His delivery went wrong. Him and Slake.
Yeah, we were born, I guess we were born 3 years ago now?
Maybe we'll have to practice against some Imperial wizards, because I doubt we're going to be able to keep Slake and Cog from going after them once we find out who crafted them.
Yes, we'll kill them all.
They were turned into their golems, I don't think, by choice.
Slake wasn't. I woke up in this thing.
And then some crazies killed everyone in Slake's village.
Well, I can't defend everything the Imperium does.
I need to find the rest of my brothers.
Is Quintessa still mad?
No, she's calmed down.
So Sunny's going to greater teleport back into the resilience sphere.
Okay.
So the back fist comes up.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Fortunately,
see it in your
for
eyes.
your little friend, I have at least 20 more bigger problems than you.
Not including the bigger problems.
Precisely. And their children.
Oh, their children.
Those, yes. Enough of them will scurry away to keep the population alive.
We'll see.
I say we start strong, hit the biggest one first, and then you say like ha, and see who's around. Maybe take out the next big one, and it's like ha, he's still around. You'll keep going forward.
Actually, that's not a terrible idea, except take out the big one, and then we let them fight to fill the power back. Hopefully they knock a few of themselves off, each other off before they figure it out. And then we repeat the process. Eventually, though, they'll wisen up and
It's
just come
just
after
faster
us.
if I kill them all.
Cog, I don't know.
Agony,
We kill them.
does the mask provide you any connection to black dragons?
Aside from changing me into one.
Well, if we were able to get to the green mask, would you be able to command the flight? Do the whole "I'm the big dragon here now" routine.
It doesn't provide any control over dragons, just merely respect.
Do we know what the green dragon one is?
A what?
The dragonborn?
Well, get out of there already.
I'm not going to hit you. Please, just get out.
Oh, okay.
The orbs of dragon kind?
Yes, You're dismiss the spell. Yes.
Just teleport outside of it.
Then
He ends up outside some different Brazilian sphere.
I'm talking outside of Resilience Sphere.
those might not even be on Volcanica. They could be anywhere.
It'd be really useful to have one right now.
I wouldn't mind having one.
I'd like one. Are we all getting one?
No, we're not all getting one.
Seems to be convinced that he one day will find one. It's a dream of his, nothing more.
Well, it's good to have dreams.
Can Overlook find one?
You think one flight of dragons? Every dragon would attack the person who had one of those orbs. They would not abide by it. Good or evil.
Wow.
Wouldn't matter.
I think that if the Imperial Princess, being whiny or whatever, likes dragons, giving him a flight of dragons might make him calm down.
He has a flight of dragons already.
I don't like this. The Silence Prince. He doesn't sound like a nice guy.
He's not.
He just needs some time to contemplate proper interactions with other people
Sonny,
in a
there's
gilded...
no doubt in my mind that he has defenses against the baleful polymorph. There is no doubt in my mind.
That's what the spell is for.
So what's on? What are
You already know from interactions when you were at the table that Sonny carries a hamster cage. And he intends on putting the Imperial Prince into a hamster cage.
Yes.
Oh my god, if she ever gets like interrogated.
You have any negative plans?
He
Myself?
wants you what?
It's got a little running wheel.
Little water bottle. Ready to go.
A couple of good berries in the corner. So what are we planning to do exactly at this point? Because this conversation is nice, but there are still green.
we have that elven artifact to get back. You know, I actually want to know what it does.
Yes.
So
Agony grins.
So shall we just make?
I like magic.
Should we make our way towards Fortresstop?
We're just gonna blunder in there.
That's not a plan.
I could veil us, make us.
Additionally, Sonny, the vagrant girl said the other druids would be looking for you there.
I could just make us look like green dragons.
That's great. My question is, are they welcome there as druids, or would they be wild shape as you typically do?
The status of them with respect to this problem is complicated.
Can you simplify it for us?
I think Ulf might be grumpy.
Well, Sonny, you tend to make people grumpy.
I don't know, they become very copacetic. Unless you're Barnabas, and then you get very mad at me and you yell.
Barnabas has a bit of a temper. It's probably likely due to his crippling alcoholism, but
Yes. At one point I would try to remove the disease on him when he was, sleeping, and it didn't help. I think it's a psychological problem, not like a physical one.
well, he's a miserable little man. Occasionally useful.
He's probably going to need a new liver at some point.
Without Barnabas, we wouldn't have got this far.
Barnabas is a brilliant geographer. He knows where everything.
How? Where did he study? He does seem to know a lot about a lot.
He was in a university at one point.
In Foundry. Something about him
She's like, Foundry?
having
Who
an
goes to school in
something about him.
He did something wrong and got removed, and then he was in the wizard's tower, and, he learned from a lich in the basement.
Lich. Okay, well,
He wasn't elven.
That was
Good to know.
that was before the something with the hills a couple of times.
Yes, that was before the Hailstone Rules.
But then he dealt with Geode, who took him in, who's kind of a god of magic, I suppose, a god of knowledge.
I've heard of this Geo with the gems, correct?
Yes.
They're not.
I am uncertain as to the status of Geode, simply because his domain appears to be on Canada. But I don't know how the character feels about this yet. Don't know. I've gotten no strong urges one way or another, so I'm pretty certain it's
I've noticed a growing number of those purple gem wearers in Overlook, say in the last few months.
So my burner is going, yes, that.
Don't worry, Barnabas has that.
You should say like, yes, this is the purple geode, but they actually trapped your soul and send you to hell.
Dude, what do you think?
So awesome. So evil.
So what now?
I suppose the
Do we want to go and get that green dragon corpse? Should we just leave it lying there?
We probably should do something.
I picked up all the gems.
No, I think dragons have incredible senses and they might smell the dead body.
No, let them.
And
I was thinking about maybe a belt or boots or something.
I think they might be alerted to danger if they should spot the corpse of one of their own.
Yeah, you broke its neck pretty quickly.
We can do the warfare like the monkeys.
Monkeys were
warfare.
dangerous, you liar. You vagrant liar.
Monkey warfare.
Like hit and run.
Yes.
Cog's good at running
Og's very good at that.
from fights.
What color is your skin?
Not yellow. Quintessa, you get the sense that Sunny, Agony, and Cog, you didn't quite realize how strong their bond was. As weird as they are and as different as they are, they have gone through shit together, and these three are like three war buddies. You were like, what? Like, it was kind of a curious decision of the three of them being sent here for this mission, but you understand that they all chose to back each other up.
Hit and run tactics are our best option, certainly better than the full frontal assault.
I can surprise them very easily.
It'll probably annoy them, one of theirs being
Sonny.
killed.
Can you send the dragon body back to Pilgrim's Forge? I'm sure you'll know what to do with it. You
Endless supply of fucking green dragon scales.
So,
You get a mythic.
get a mythic point.
One XP.
Sure.
okay, so plane shift.
When there's only 4 characters to control, you could get much more in depth.
Yes. It's creature touched.
Yep.
Or 8 willing creatures joining hands.
Oh, so you can't just move a corpse.
It has to be alive still.
Okay.
Or some way to puppet it up there. We need it to be temporarily alive. Yes, go.
Turn it into a zombie.
Control undead.
No. Did you fucking dragon?
Pounded to shit, buddy.
We're getting attacked by great dragons. From hell.
I'll just teleport it back to the manor.
Okay.
I'll meet you on the road.
Can you lift that?
I think so.
Oh, Cog will give you an help.
Agony has a strength of
Cog adds.
32.
Oh,
He's the big strong.
he's a strong man.
And do you have a belt of low-bearing
A
belt?
lift is
Backwards.
8,320 pounds for strength 32. Does he have muleback cords? He does, which means I might not have that increase that by 8. So he's got a lifting strength of 40.
Okay, so that would be 1,600 times 4, 64, and then you can double that to pick it up. So 12,000.
Oh no, that was 8,000 was his lift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that enough to make up the variant?
16,000
Should be.
it probably is enough to teleport.
As long as you didn't use a Draconomicon because they were bad at math.
Okay, Agony's gonna attempt to use 2 teleports.
Okay.
See, I don't know what to do with that.
His return trip, however,
We're gonna line them.
He's lost in the woods. Hello.
seen once.
Hello.
Got an 89, which is similar area on the Forest Road.
Stuck in the bush. Agony, this is taking a while. Are you alright?
Fine.
I understand. both of you know.
I think I went to one of the more clear roads. Then he appears. There we are.
Yep.
So he used 3 teleports to preserve the body. Yeah, we might want to start a tally of green dragon corpses.
All right. So where do we let's ambush the ambushers? I suppose.
I suppose I've never been to Fortresstop, so
Keep going.
That was expensive.
You're a wizard and you've got 8 circle spells done?
Yep.
Your 5th don't need as much.
no.
You're a sorcerer with, yeah.
Power fireball or
That's true.
do we still have hours left on our windwalk? Or?
Yeah. It's like a 16-hour spell. There you go.
Okay,
So
so
we're just gonna windwalk.
Agony, at this point, casts a mind blank on himself. He has, with his downtime, he spent a wad of cash to get a page of spell knowledge mind blank.
That's a good page. I want to keep track of that thing.
And then he also casts Moment of Prescience on himself, which is his main 8 circle spell.
That's a good spell.
Mhm.
That's a very good spell.
So he's going to
We only
use
have 1 running.
2 of his 8 circle.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to windwalk closer to, like, continuing towards Fortresstop.
Okay.
And we're going to basically look for a spot where we could either ambush or, like, we're looking for a way to ambush dragons or find a way to, like, counter ambush. You know what I mean?
Okay, Mark, give me a percentile. Anything under 10 means you spot something worthwhile to stop.
42.
42? Okay, so you were able to go through the forest very quickly, and you arrive in the vicinity of Fortresstop and its mythal.
Yep.
And I'm going to move your tokens.
What do we know?
Oh, Agony is going to cast Veil on all of you,
Okay.
and make you all look like
Medium green dragons.
medium green dragons. Like, not wormlings, but like some sort of
the young, the very young,
very young,
farmers
yeah,
or
yeah.
young.
Out of curiosity, does everyone speak Draconic?
Of course.
I assume.
I believe so.
1 million.
I think the mask also helps me with a few words.
Yeah, I do.
Good, Sunny does.
All right, then. So if we're spoken to, we all know what to say.
Okay, I'll tick off the 6th for the veil. Green dragons.
So it's very fun to say. Really good marketing. Turned into your brain.
Green dragons. Alrighty. Fortresstop, we've got city map. You guys end up finding the road. Fortresstop. You had set out, it was 5 hexes away. You probably stayed for about an hour to bury that corpse. So 8 in the morning to 1 p.m. is when you buried the corpse. At 2, then it was about an hour of talking and back and forth and dealing with the post battle. It's about 3, and then you traveled several hexes with Windwalk towards Fortresstop. So you're arriving there at around 5 or 6 p.m. Let's check the weather.
So if one of us gets in trouble, we regroup and get out. Yeah?
The weather is windy and overcast. Kind of a gloomy late spring day. Occasional spittle of acidic rains. And you arrive in the vicinity of Fortresstop. You find the main road, like a very cleared road that leads to the edges of Fortresstop. And you all, I guess, land. I think you were flying, or were you moving along the ground? Oh no, so you're wind walking. So you managed to find a little spot off of the road, behind some very large rocky outcroppings that lead down to the root rapids. Just the roar of the spring runoff through the root rapids is kind of loud. You do hear monkeys. The monkeys seem to be all around this particular area. And there is a shanty town with a long bridge that leads across, and then a veritable city built within and around the bough of a massive tree.
Okay.
Sonny, you can feel the edges of the mythal. Like you could feel the epic power of elvendom that...
I'm going to identify the mythal.
Let's fly here.
Okay. It's crafted via some sort of epic magic. I don't think just a simple detect magic will allow you to...
Arcane sight greater to try to identify the mythal.
Okay, you see the edges of the mythal.
Okay.
The mythal does not extend to where you guys are.
Okay. I'm going to approach. I would turn to a bat and approach the mythal. Which actually, it's going to look super weird. That's fine. There's a bat who has illusion of a medium dragon on top.
Yep.
Who's approaching the mythal.
Okay. Yeah, it's a flying creature.
True.
Sonny lands and he's having a look at the mythal.
Yep.
Okay, there is a swirl of magic.
Okay. Spellcraft or...
It's spellcraft won't let you understand the mythal.
Okay. 7 circle spell doesn't help.
7 circle spell just allows you to automatically do spellcraft checks. So
it actually, you bypass the need. You just identify all the spells are on all the creatures and items.
okay. It is not a standard spell.
Okay.
And you're not looking at a specific creature that's being affected by the mythal. You might be able to identify if somebody's like under the effects of a thing granted by the mythal, but the mythal itself is epic magic.
Yeah.
And
The only thing Sonny remembers about, or the only thing Adam remembers about this was it let people with tokens fly, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, which side are we going to? And he's going to speak in Draconic.
okay, I'm gonna give you guys a perception check.
I'm going to leave this decision to Carl, seeing as he's been here before. Granted, hundreds of years ago, but still.
Well, the likely place is, which is the one on the left over here. That's...
Also, we shouldn't split up here because doppelgangers might still be a problem.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Just in case.
Also, perhaps we should just have a look around, see, maybe get a lay of the land before we make any sort of...
Big tree over there, little shanty town over here, bridge in the middle.
There may be clusters of dragons in a building over here, over there, we don't know.
What's going to be our thing? Avoid at all costs?
Okay.
We shouldn't be close, that's for sure.
High up in the massive tree, you can see every once in a while.
In Sister Tree or
No, in the main Fortresstop tree. Those aren't birds that are flying back up and going to and fro from the city.
Mm-hmm.
They're the huge young adult green dragons that you've seen before. You're actually seeing some of them flying around. One of them's flying up with what looks like a deer in its mouth. A couple of others fly off down and land onto a building.
We should just make our way to the top and just.
Sonny, when you had flown close to the mythal to get a look, and you're like, yeah, it's powerful ritual magic. Like that, you know it shouldn't be beyond you, but currently it's beyond you.
Okay.
You notice that there are, on spikes along the bridge, there are what look like imperial helmets. All along this bridge.
Do we consider Fortresstop fallen?
At this point, I dare say yes.
So is Earthquake okay or not okay?
No. Not okay.
Quintessa,
Not okay.
it might solve a lot of our problems.
Not okay.
I think we should conquer it without destroying it.
Alright.
Absolutely.
I can try to lure all of the younger ones. It will offend the older ones.
You can see a bunch of monkeys up in the tree if you zoom in.
To what purpose?
They're all the
Well,
Illyrian bush monkeys.
if I told all of the dragons that are less than 500 pounds that there's candy in a particular building, and that building happened to explode, as an example.
This place is massive. Where are we gonna start looking?
I think we should start on the other side, like on the shanty side of the bridge, I think, and sort
Sure.
of hop our way forward. It'll be less conspicuous.
I'm fine with that.
The scouts get, the idea would be, Cog, we are counting on you to quickly disable the dragons that are disableable.
Sure.
And don't let
By
them get away.
disable, we mean kill.
Now the question is, what do I do when there's about 6 of them?
Disable all 6.
It will still cause an alarm.
Well,
I will need multiple.
Once we're overwhelmed, we regroup and
we do it
retreat.
again from another
Where do
part
we,
of the
where do
town
we
the next
retreat
day.
to? If we get split up, where do we retreat to?
Well, we've been here
We,
now.
we teleport back to the cabin in the swamp.
Right.
Cabin in the
See
swamp.
I'll see you
Fine.
there in a few weeks.
Oh, you can't teleport.
No, I can't. I can dimensional hop for quite a far distance.
How far can you move in 8 hours?
In 8 hours. 105.
Okay, a couple of the monkeys have descended and they're throwing things down on at the green dragons that are all
I'm
sitting
going
around.
to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
You're all just monkeys, right?
This is our tree. Go away.
I'm gonna punch
You
him.
bad. You kill. Go away.
The green dragons are bad. Yes, we're very bad. Yep.
Throwing things down at
They're
you.
just monkeys.
No real druids then?
How far can he actually move?
I'm just curious, can you recognize another druid that is wild shaped? Is that a druid power you have?
Oh no. It's very difficult sometimes.
So you have no idea if one of these other druids that's looking for you.
A bunch of panicked
Lots of
monkeys.
Quintessa throws a rock at the monkey.
they surprised by that, and
Okay,
they are making a little bit of noise. Like
how far away is, like, what's the closest town, geographically?
to
Like
Fortress.
Brindle, Denevar.
I think it's Denevar. Oh, Brindle Knight.
Yeah, I have to look. Fortresstop kind of center. You want me to open up the world map?
Our regroup point, I think, is going to be one of those towns because Coggear can just run there in 4 hours.
Well, okay. How about this? If we can teleport as a group, we go to the swamp. If not, well, let's face it. The rest of us are teleporting to the swamp. We'll meet him in.
I can run to the swamp. Which direction is it?
Okay, so there's Fortresstop.
Yep.
Hacksbridge is there. Denavar is there. The cabin in the swamp is there.
Okay, so you just run to cabin in the swamp.
Brindle is where's Brindle? Brindle's up there.
Yeah. So run to cabin in the swamp. We're going to be in cabin in the swamp.
Yeah.
Cabin in the swamp.
And we're going. Kavan's plan is to just.
Cabin in the swamp. You know the way there because it goes through Thunder Tree. So.
Don't talk to your mom on the
Yeah,
way.
you know how to. That's the place. That's the.
That's
the way you're most familiar with.
Yeah.
Follow the old road to.
So if things go completely tits up, then.
How long does it take me to get there? 315 feet in a move.
You're going
Direction,
2.5 hexes, so you're going.
He's going 315 miles per 8 hours.
Give me a second. You're 90 miles through an old forest road and then part of a swamp. I would say it's probably like 100 miles. Like
it's 3 hours of sprinting for the thing that doesn't get tired.
See you there.
We'll have tea.
Now, if they start chasing
we good?
me, I'm gonna.
We good? Is what Agony says, like as in
I think
we've got a plan.
We have a plan now.
Sure. All right.
If those monkeys have spotted us, something else might have.
Probably. We're
dragons, so
resist a communal resist energy acid.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
I have one of those prepared.
I'm surprised we didn't cast that already.
I have a bunch. Is it and anything else that we have to resist against?
Oh, these are communal protection from evil.
Okay. Getting resist or protections?
This is a communal protection from evil.
What was the first energy?
Resist
Acid.
acid.
Okay, so here's protection from acid.
So
I'm gonna put a bark skin on.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll put a bark skin.
Bork skin.
No.
Are we hitting and running now?
I think we're casting 10-minute per levels. The communal protection from evil is not a 10-minute per level. But,
Okay. I'm gonna pause, take a bio break while we're also adding like casting spells. It's kind of a
Yeah.
non-fun
boring
thing,
thing to
boring
do.
thing. So I'm just gonna end the recording here for a second.